And welcome back to Bookmaker. I'm Pat Williams. Brian Blessing, Kenny White. Thursday night NFL football. The Tennessee Titans hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh 6-43, gentlemen. Let's start with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Boy, they sure don't look like the Pittsburgh Steelers I'm used to seeing play football.
Well, I think you always have to try to make a case for the home dog, and maybe you're making the case because this Pittsburgh Steelers team has not played well, but they did come up with a win in a big state rivalry game, which I think had to be a hard-fought battle at 16-14.
And it was a ridiculously sloppy game, Kenny. Pittsburgh played horrible football in the first half and still had a 10-0 lead. Their defense was flying around, causing turnovers. That bye so early in the season, I just think that takes away whatever momentum you built up through camp and the start of the season. I do look for them to play a much better game this week.
Kenny, you made a good point that the bye week this early in the season is more of a nuisance to these teams. Much better to get the bye week after week 7.
Well, the ATS numbers show it. Early in the year, a bye in week 3, 4, 5, those teams are 50% ATS, so it doesn't show a benefit. Later in the year, teams with that bye, they're covering it 56, 57% of the time. So it shows there's a benefit to having the bye week later in the year.
But I would say on that note, Pittsburgh would be a play-on team. Maybe not this week. It's laying a decent number on the road. But the bye early for them really helped them get Mendenhall back in the lineup. Maybe not reaping rewards now, but big picture, that's going to help the Steelers because their running game was awful.
Palomalu is going to be ruled out for this game. Woodley is doubtful there at linebacker for the number 5 ranked defense in the National Football League. Guys, quickly, this Titans team, I know it's early, but this looks like one of the worst teams in the National Football League, especially after that egg they laid Sunday
Hey, do you hear that?
in Minnesota.
You hear that? Yeah, the bus is running.
I thought that was the air.
The bus is running. No, it's not the
It
air
wasn't the air
conditioner. No,
going
the
out of
bus
the
is
balloon?
running. What's going on with these guys? They're this close to running for the bus, as bad as it was against Minnesota. Ponder threw 2 red zone picks, or it would have been worse.
Munchak, we still don't know if he's a solid coach or not. It's going to take some time bringing in his players. We do know one thing. Jeff Fisher is a heck of a coach. We've already seen what he's done with St. Louis. Tennessee probably made a big mistake getting rid of him. That's a hard guy to follow in Fisher.
But the rub, Pat, you're talking about it. Try to make a case for these guys as a home dog. You just don't know one day to the next. Chris Johnson can have a great game, and Tennessee's a good football team, or he's invisible and they get boat raced. You just don't know one minute to the next. I don't know how you trust him.
15 for 24 and a key fumble versus
Hello.
Minnesota. All right, good luck on your selections. Thursday night football. Tough to make a case for Tennessee in this one, but
Make a case for the under.
Who cares? Here we go. Tennessee 43. Pittsburgh laying 6 points on the road. We'll see you right back here at Bookmaker. And, guys, we almost let it go. Remind our viewers, you can check the current lines anytime, any place on your smartphone or other mobile device at bookmaker.eu. Brian, where it's always
Free, easy, and convenient.
to open an account.